Hello everyone and welcome to Archer HQ. Archer HQ is going to be the name of this channel, the name of this place, everything you see going on here. It all starts with Archer HQ. AHQ will be our brand and our logo. You'll see it on my YouTube channel. I'm just in the process of getting all the graphics and everything properly set up. But we can branch off with things like Archer Racing Team and whatnot. The color will always be the purple, red, white, and black. That's the scheme we're always going to stick with. We'll have, yeah, just something that looks professional and you won't miss us. You'll know it's us all the time. Yeah. So, looking forward to bringing some content and just seeing what I can create. And if you enjoy it, cool. If not, cool. We'll just see how we go. Rightio. So, update with the car at the moment. Car has been sitting for 2.5 years. 2 years?
Close to 2.5.
Yeah. My wife and I got married. We've had a baby. So there's been a lot going on. Paige is behind the camera. So if you hear her, it's Paige. In doing all that type stuff, I decided to kind of stop racing. Just life has been so busy and we've just had a lot going on. So that's why the car's been sitting. And it's time to get back in the seat. So we've got some things to do. We've got maintenance to do on the car. We've got things to check over on the car. We've got a list to do up. I've got some things I want to show you when it comes to licensing and registration and all that type of stuff. So yeah, we'll start here and get going with it. Basically, while the car's been sitting over the last 2 years, I have done a bit of work on it here and there. When I parked it up, I kind of wrote a list of things that I needed to do to it that were just kind of failing towards the end of my racing. So that's what this list is here. So it has had throttle cable replaced, so it's got a brand new throttle cable on it at the moment. The shifter assembly has all been replaced as well. By that, shit, I can't remember. Oh, that's the lever and the perch and everything like that. It had a stripped adjuster on it. It had a rock cord in it. That's right. Yeah, remember? And it stripped the thread out.
Because you went to pull it and then just all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah. Don't know how that happened. Maybe a rock just worked its way in there through racing and it stripped. I don't know. Anyway, all replaced and fixed. So that's new. Shifter cable is new. The cable was really stiff. Really, I was struggling to shift into gear for taking off and all that type stuff. So tried cleaning it. It was too far gone and all that type stuff. So replaced. Clutch cable. Replaced that as well. So it's got a fresh clutch cable on it. So pretty much all in that area were all pretty fresh and new. What else? New 5-point harness. So your belts get dated. It's a 5-point harness ratcheting system. And it's to suit a Hans device as well. So you'll have a 2-inch shoulder belt here that goes over your Hans device. And they go out of date every 2 years. I think it depends on when you buy it, like what they're dated as on the belts, but it's typically 2 years that the dates last on those. I will check them because obviously the car's been sitting. I believe they're dated for 2027, I think. So we should be good for when we get started, but we'll have a look at that soon. Fuel tank. So we flushed last time. The fuel tank got ripped from the car, all flushed out. Got all the dirt out of it, everything like that. Made sure all the pickup was tight and everything. We've had a situation where the pickup's loosened and dropped off. So that was all tightened up. So we're all good to go on that front. And then after I kind of did that, I wrapped it in a white wrap to suit the car. Notch the firewall for the clutch cable. So the old clutch cable that was on it passed under the firewall, so I had to give it like a notch to make sure it could go through. The new one is actually long enough that it can come up over the top, so not a worry anymore. Spark plugs. So I did a check on all the spark plugs and replaced all the spark plugs with new spark plugs. I got a little tester, a machine here, which I do my spark plug testing with. Plug in and set it, and it shows you whether they're working good or not. Yeah, that was pretty much it for the list. This one down here, all that is sort out a new chain and sprocket storage box. Kind of when I'm traveling, I don't have a good. I've got them in a box, but I need a box for like just having me chains and sprockets in there, and they can kind of bounce around like a heavy duty box that can just handle them being thrown in there. And I know that in there is just chains and sprockets and crap like that. Have them ready to go with my chain already set to its length and blah, blah, blah. So let's make up a list of things that that we need to do, pretty much. So number one, I think I'm going to put on the list to buy a second battery, a backup. Purchase spare batteries. Spare batteries are always good to have. I've got spare batteries, but they're quite old. Time to get a new one and just have it charged and fresh, ready to go. So that just we've got it there right now because the car's been sitting for a while. I've got the battery on charge because they just start to slowly die as they sit. So we'll put that as list number one item to get. We'll also go fuel filter. So we got to replace the fuel filter that's in it. Just from sitting, they get a bit gunked up. And we'll get a spare. Whilst we're kind of on that, we'll assess the fuel system. The hoses are of a bit of age now. I'm seeing some cracks on them. So if I feel necessary to replace the fuel lines, we will do that. So we'll go with that. If we need to strip the fuel rail off, if we need to rip the injectors out, give them a bit of a clean, just give the whole lot of clean, we'll do that. Just so that we know that the whole fuel system is good for racing. We're going to go with a coolant flush. Coolant's been sitting in this engine for a while, a bit stagnant. It should be okay, but better to run fresh coolant through it, if you know what I mean. So we'll do that. We'll put that on the list. Let's go with. So there's a really good supplier of Micro 600 parts in Australia. I believe he's doing a really good job, especially with his online store and all that. And I've purchased some things from him for this car. Sync Industries. He's down south. We're obviously up in Queensland, but there's a couple of things I want to get off of his site that will just fix up a few things that I'm not 100% happy with on the car. One of them things is going to be my battery holder. So I'm going to put that down as something to purchase. We've got fresh tires on the car. If we have any small things pop up, I'll fix them as I go. I think one of the things on the list is just a basic maintenance thing, and it will be kind of set up I know that all my torsion bars and everything are freshly greased. Yes, they've been sitting for a while, but they got new grease in them. It'll just be get the car set up. So set my correct track width on the rear, how far out I want my right rear to sit, where I want my left rear. I just blatantly, I don't remember where I'm at. And that's solely because it's been so long since I've raced. Usually the car sits at the same setup quite often, but I think the last race meet I did was it Rockhampton or Bundaberg, the state titles? I don't remember.
It might have been Bundy, because that was when you had to use the welder to re-weld your chassis back together.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time you actually raced.
Anyway, yeah, we got to go over some setup stuff. So I'll put that on the list. Do we need to service the car? Oil. Probably best to be honest.
It's been sitting for how long?
Yeah, I'll probably throw some new oil in it and potentially a new filter. Righto. Well, I'm pretty happy with that list. If anything pops up along the way, we will do it. But for now, that's a good basic list to have and to get started with. You know, if I come across anything while we're doing the work, we'll just add it to the list and keep going. Now, I wanted to be real transparent with costs and what is involved, and I figured great time to do it because I'm in the process of I've just done my membership renewal, car rego, and license renewal, and I was at the second yearly where I had to do a medical and everything like that. So I figured, why not talk about kind of the costs involved in that. Now, this, we'll see if we can, I don't know how good we are with editing, but we'll see if we can get it up on the screen for you. But in a nutshell, when you register your car, you have a registration form. Might look different depending on what club you're with, but a car rego form, which you fill out. And then you have a club membership form. For me, it's the Curtis Coast Formula 500 Club. And then you have you'll jump online to do your license renewal. Membership and registration. Typically, it'll cost you about $130, I think, pending club, for rego and membership. Right? This year, I was lucky. I got an email to say that I think I'd overpaid it last year, or the timing of when I paid it.
Before the AGM or something like that, before they changed.
Yeah. So I this year was told I just had to pay my club membership, which is fantastic. So $30. Let's just say typically 130 though. So for cost, for pricing purposes, typically 130. So if we put up here 130, rego membership. After that is paying for your renewal of your license. Okay. That was $350 because I opted to get a card. The card's an extra like 20 or $30. I just like to have a physical card because you just never know. Some tracks you go to, you're out of service and all this crap. So I just like to have a physical card just for peace of mind. So let's say, yeah, $350 license. Like I said earlier, every 2 years, you have to get a medical done. Basically, I rang up to book the appointment. They put me with a nurse for about 15 minutes, and then the nurse performs most of the checks. And then they notify the doctor that they've done all the checks, and the doctor takes you into his room, may perform some more of the checks and everything like that, and then ticks you off, signs you off, all that type of stuff. Couple things to note: you must get this stamped here. In the past, I had a new doctor that didn't have a stamp before. If he doesn't have a stamp and he just writes in here in the bottom left corner, they will ask you to provide an invoice for your proof. I don't know really what the stamp provides as proof, but yeah. Other than that, it's pretty basic. The medical is just some basic functional movements, eye tests, yeah, vision tests, all this type stuff. A lot of the reason for this is just to make sure that you're medically fit to drive a race car. And also in the event of an emergency, like I've rolled my car a lot of times now. um, and
Too many times.
you've got to get sometimes you may need to get pulled from the car. I had a crash in Mariba once, where I did ligament damage in my neck and I couldn't move my head and stuff like that. So then it becomes an emergency situation and they have to extract you from the car, assuming it's a spinal injury and all this type of stuff. So they've got to be careful. Now, if you're overweight, I could imagine that that's a pretty tough task for emergency crews to be able to do. So yeah, anyway, it kind of, I guess, takes into consideration all that type of stuff. Now, the appointment. How much did that cost? Well, $264 on the invoice. So straight up here, just to get on track, right? Not even on track, just to become licensed, member, rego, all that type of stuff. You're looking at, what's this add up to?
What did you say?
744. Quick math.
Plus 260. Okay, so
Oh yeah.
I think I must have meant 744, but my dyslexia came
Yeah,
in
whatever.
this one. So,
So, in a nutshell, $744 spent, and we're not on the track yet. Now, if our belts are out of date, we're going to be adding money for belts. So let's hope they're not.
and then every crash you get.
I don't think they are. Other one actually that I got to put on the list. Is check. I'll double check the rule, but check my tethers on my Hans device. They have a 5-year window on them. I have replaced them once. I'll have another look at them. So let's put that down.
June 2020.
You should do what belts?
No, your
Hans
Hans.
is like, yeah, they say if you have a crash, if you've stretched them or that, they have a measurement and yeah, you can check them. But they have a 5-year window. They're dated for 5 years. So yeah, that's it. I think I've pretty much gone through everything. If I was to give another kind of bit of advice, check your helmet. Helmets are rated with a Snell sticker. Helmets are 10 years, right? So this one's 2020. So we've got 3 to 4 years left.
About 4 years.
Yeah, on this helmet. This helmet is an Arai GP7. Fantastic helmet. I've always raced with Arais. All through my karting, I raced with the SK6. When I got into Speedway, I went to the GP6 and then into the GP7. This was a little treat to myself because obviously it's custom painted in my colors. Northern Helmet paint that did it. Beautiful. The purple is a metallic. I just love it. I think it's an awesome helmet. Love Arais. Can't fault them. I run an Arai even with my motorbikes. I absolutely love them. Price. To get this painted and buy it brand new was $3,500 for this. Was a little treat to myself at the time. At the time, I was able to afford it because I was living at home, working in the mines, and I wanted to treat myself. It's always been a dream of mine to have a custom painted Arai because we all know that adds a couple tenths to your time. But nah, that's one thing to check on the helmet. Other than that, I should be good. The gear should be good. Suit should be good. Undergarments, all that type stuff should be all good. Gloves, they're good. So yeah, let's have a let's have a squiz over the car and just kind of show you where things are at. Rightio, car's outside. Let's check it out. Let's see where we're at, hey? So we've got the hood off. Reason for the hood being off is just charging the battery and everything like that. Like I said, we got all new parts on it. Clutch cable, throttle cable, whatnot. Paige had a look earlier, but I'll show you the belts. June 2027. Valid until June 30, 2027. That's another year, eh? These are full bore race gear belts, as I said, to suit the Hans device, 2-inch into 3-inch. I actually haven't raced with them yet, so I've always had the Schroth ones, but these are pretty good. They do up pretty nicely. Yeah, she's got new tires on it. And like I said, we're going to go through everything. We're going to do fuel filter, we're going to do service, we're going to do just all the basic checks that we need to do to pretty much get it going. Oh, one thing, sign writing wise, we got to fix that up. We got a new logo at CQ Signs, so we'll fix that up on there, fix it up on the sides, might even slap one on the roof. So, yeah. Yep, that's it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We'll do a bit of filming of when I start working on it. As I said, battery's on charge. I'll film the first fire up. How about that? Obviously means I'm gonna have to go get some bits and pieces from Supercheap, but yeah, that's the fantastic thing at the moment. Actually, is Supercheap has me filters, oils, oil filters, all that type of stuff. So easy, can get it all local. Rattle.
Don't tell your dreams to everybody around. Some people smile, but wanna see you down. Keep it quiet, don't make a sound. Let your success be what